Hi, I'm Thelma of Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Whether you're new or you're returning and you simply haven't had time to click the subscribe button, I hope you take the time today. And if you like today's video, go ahead and click the like button. That would really help my channel grow. And when you hit the subscribe, don't forget to click the all button. That way you won't miss any of my future uploads. And by doing those and leaving a comment, you will automatically be entered into my giveaway contest that I have going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to crafting. Okay, our first project, you will need one of these wood trays. And I have some Waverly chalk. It's Swan White. You can use regular white too. And you'll also need, I'm using this metallic folk art antique gold. Now I got those from Walmart. You'll need a little bit of craft paper, paintbrush, and if you want to use one of these, and then a candle and some burlap ribbon. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to paint the inside and the outside, but not the bottom. Just put one good thick coat on, and make sure you go even, and like I said, a thick coat. That way you won't have to put two coats on and be less time waiting on it to dry. But just put a good coat on, and any kind of, I got my craft paper from Hobby Lobby, but you can use any kind that you want. Okay, while the paint is drying, we're gonna, for this candle, we're gonna wrap some burlap ribbon, or you can use regular ribbon. Just measure it and cut it off. Now don't put a lot. Make sure you put this in the spot going in the back. Now don't put a lot of glue on this, and make sure you move it around the burlap, that way it doesn't stick to the candle and you can take it off when you're finished using it with this, and you can reuse your candle. I don't advise you to use your fingers like I did, but for some reason, I guess from being burned so much, I'm getting used to the feel of the glue. But just take that and move it around, that way you know it's not sticking to the candle. And we're going to make a rose out of this burlap. First you take it and you just flip this down. I showed you how to do this in an earlier video. And then take it and start rolling it. And once you get almost to the end here, you take it and you flip it backwards. And then you just make sure you do it tight. And you just keep rolling. And we're not going to make a real big rose. Now see how you're almost there? Just take it and flip it back. And just now you want to push this in and bring this up. And then take this back. And just keep flipping it like that. Like I said, you don't want to make a big one. And just flip it again. Because this is a small candle and the tray is small too, so you don't want a big bulky rose sitting on the side of the candle. It just wouldn't look right. And I have some pearls. I'll go ahead and show you this since I have to move them out of the way. Some pearls, a little rose, and a little like a diamond. I'm going to show you how to put those on the rose. You don't have to, just like in the previous video when I showed you, I didn't put any stones or anything on it. And your your ribbon's going to end up getting all twirled and tangled, but you just have to be patient. Okay, I'm going to measure it. Okay. Now, once you get it to the size you want, just cut it. Now, go ahead and flip this back. And then first we're going to glue it right here. And then right here. And then everywhere it twists, or folds I should say, because it doesn't twist, everywhere it folds backwards, just put some glue there, and it'll keep it. And then we'll put this towards the bottom, and then you want to shape it just a little, because you don't want the center poking out like it was. Okay, and then just stick you some glue and every so often just to make sure it stays and doesn't come unraveled. Okay, then get you some on the back. And right there's the back, so put this right here and push real hard on it. Now again, after this dries real good, you will want to twist this back and forth to make sure it doesn't stick to the candle, but it'll be easy to take it off the candle. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. Just lay it right there. Now, I'm going to put the little one. It's a rose. Well, it's not a rose, it's a flower though. Put it on. And like I said, you don't have to have this, so I'm just using it because it's in my stock. and just put it in. And then the last one's the pearl. Let me push it in to make sure it holds so I can show you. Okay, and that's what this looks like. It's ready for the wood tray once it gets finished and we go to put the craft paper on. Okay, now that it's dry, all you have to do, this was already the size from where I'd used this before, and it just works out perfect. But all you do is you hold your, if you have a whole sheet, hold it right here, and when you get to the inside over here, just snip it with your scissors and cut up. And then once you have the size you need, just trying to, there. Just trim it down just a little if it goes up on the side. Push it all the way to one end and then fold it over. That way you know where to cut. Okay. And don't be surprised if it might be a little bit too long. Have to trim it down just a little bit more. Just take off a little bit each time. And do a straight line. And once you have the size, just, I'm using, you can use Mod Podge. You can use E6000, your glue gun, but I'm using Elmer School Glue, no run. I think I got the wrong bottle. It's the washable no-run school glue. And all I do is just put it in like that. Get your paper. Just rub it. And it doesn't take long to dry, but you don't have to wait to finish your project. Okay, now you can see what it looks like that. And then you can get some flowers. Let me get this up here. Give me a second, I have to find my wire cutters. Okay, all you have to do is just cut it off where you want it. And just twirl that way. See how it's bent? Just put a little flower on each side. And there you go. No, you don't, baby. Stay over there, honey. One of my kittens trying to get over here in the video. And that's how it looks so far. Now, get you some gold. And all I'm doing is doing the trim right through here. And as you can see, I have a real small paintbrush and just do the edging. And again, I'm doing gold because of the gold and the contact paper. But if you have a different kind of paper, you can paint this burnt umber, black, red, any color, or just white. But that's all you have to do. Go all the way around. This is what the project looks like after it's finished, and you can either put the candle and flowers in it, or you can put jewelry or pearls or any kind of embezzlement around it to make it look like a romantic. And this would be great for Mother's Day too, which I know it's still a bit off, but there's an idea for you. Okay, for our next project, you will need one of the 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Well, 2 for $1.25, and that's these two. And then I picked up this one from Walmart for, I think it was $1 a piece. And I'm going to paint them all Waverly Chalk Ballot Slipper, and just paint them all and take the tags off. And once they're dry, we're gonna end up be making a mini Tipsy topiary flower pot. But anyway, let me get all the tags off of this and paint them all and let them dry, and then we'll start doing the project. Okay, after the paint has dried, and make sure you paint at least down an inch and a half in the inside it. And the big one is the bottom. Get you a foam, put down in it a little glue. Might need another one, that'd be too high. And then on the small ones, make sure you put your glue around the hoe and not on it, or you won't be able to stick your shish kebab stick in it to make the topiary. Just make sure you go around it. You don't need a lot of glue. Okay. Now take a shish kebab stick, point it in first. Stick this plant up in it. And then get another piece of foam, just a small one. Put a little glue. Put it on one side, that way it makes the pot tip. And then put this one in, going the opposite direction. Okay. Now all you have to do, I like putting the Spanish moss in first and then putting the flowers in. Just shove it down in there. Now if you get the real long shish kebab sticks, you'll have to snip it off, but mine just happened to be tall enough. Let me see if you can see this. Okay. I'm just using the foam I'd used before in a project, and the Spanish moss I've used before too. And then on top, just cover the whole thing up. And then you'll need some little flowers. I'm using some from my stash from last year. And you'll need some greenery. I'm just, get you some glue if you don't have a stem on it. And just stick it down in there. This is a real cute little thing to add to your garden decoration, like on your porch or over by your coffee bar. And just bend. Okay, now put some flowers in. Put one of these each. I have 3. Just put one of each on in each pot with some other flowers. And just make sure you have your wire cutters handy. I want you to see it all, so I'm adjusting the camera just a little bit. Okay, now I have some blue flowers. And I'm going to snip one because I only have 2 of them. But you can use any type of flower arrangement and greenery that you want. This is a real fun project. And then I have some more greenery. Now I already put the greenery in. It's right there in front of me. Now I have some pink. I'm just going to stick in. And then on this one, just if you have a long one and just one, just cut the stem down and then snip it to make 2 flower picks. And then I have some more of these. It's going to go down in the other 2 pots. Just stick them in. And I have one more I'm going to put up on top. And then this will be finished. I'll put some glue on that. It doesn't want to stick, even though it has a stem on it. Alright, and here's the mini topiary pot. And now we'll get started on our next project. Okay, for our last project, you will need 3 of these wood crates. I already used Waverly chalk, Swan White paint, and painted all the sides and about 1 inch, 1.5 inches in the inside of it. You can paint all the way down if you want, but you really don't have to. And some of this CRAFTS chalkboard paint in black. I use that for the trim here. Okay, now take one of the crates and sit it, and then what we're going to end up doing, it's going to look like this. But you will need 4 of these, well, 3 of these 4 in a pack foams. We'll go ahead and put them in and see how they work. Well, you can also, you will also need the 4th one to cut down. And then in there, I just pushed it down on the side to get the length that we need. Take your scissors and cut it. Make sure I have that right. It's off just a little. If it gets bulky like in the inside, it'll stop it from, right through here, it'll stop it from going in. So you have to kind of shave it. Okay, there's that one. Now, these other 2, we're going to have to glue in. You don't need a lot. Just glue them in there. Keep your glue gun handy because you're going to need it. Now one of these is just slightly smaller. This one. And I'm going to use, well, I'm going to have to use this one on top. Take this and face it this way. And then just lay it the way you want it. You don't want it to go past the foam here because That's the only part you need to be showing. Okay, so we need glue from here and here. Just put a little glue. Be careful you don't get it on the sides. I know that's hard because it drips. Just push down on it. Now get this one and do it the same way with just a little bit hanging off here. Okay. Now, go ahead and get you some Spanish moss. And I'm just going to put this in on the top. You don't need a lot, just a little, and just fill them in on both of them. Okay, after you have your Spanish moss in, it's easier to put it in on this here or before you put the flowers in because it'll keep tipping over while you're, fighting with the moss to get it in between the flowers. Okay, get you several different flowers of any kind, and they can't be a long stem. You have to cut the stem down. You don't need a lot. Just, start anywhere, putting. What I'm doing is, like these pansies, I'll put one on one and then I'll put it on the other one and then I'll find another one. Cut it down. Can you hear my baby? That's Daisy. She plays and talks to her little toys. One of those four for $1 at the Dollar Tree Santas, the little Santa heads, she claimed it for her toy. She plays with it more than she plays with the kitty toys. It's real cute if you watch her. She talks to it and everything. And then find the other one. I'm working on leftover from my stash from last year. Now you have to put a lot more flowers in on this top one than you do the other two because it's so small. And I thought I had another one of those, but I don't. So I'm going to put one of these down on the bottom. Let me look one more time and see. Yeah, I'm just going to trim it off real good. Okay, that's all that I'm going to put on the bottom. Maybe, well, and I'm going to put a greenery here on the bottom. Now you can use just greenery and then some baby breath or whatever to fill in. You don't have to do all the flowers like this. You can decorate your crates up any way you want. But those two are finished. All we have to do is the top now. I'm going to go ahead and cut the greenery. Now let's get some more of these little, well, here's the one flower that I couldn't find. I'm just going to put it on top because there's a lot of room up here. And then we're going to get another pansy. Get some of this little right here. We're going to get some these, I don't know what these are called, but they were pretty yellow flowers. And then I'm going to take some of this lilac. It's white. And a purple lilac. Now this is not from my stash. This, I got it this year. The lilac. And there's just a few more. I'm going to put some baby breath in it. And this pink flower right here. I'm going to try to get the, there we go. And I'm going to put another, well, I'm going to put this real pretty purple flower in. Alright, and this is what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the item of the week that I'm putting in for the giveaway contest. It's this wood picture frame. Well, that's upside down. The right here's the hoe, so you can hang it. They just put the picture in upside down. And I was thinking this would be good as left as it is, stained, or given the paint it white or a color, and then trim it in black or burnt umber, or give it the distressed look. But I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel grow. And if you liked it, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and don't forget on the notification, select all on the bell, and that way you won't miss any of my future uploads. And leave a comment. And by watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, and leaving a comment, you will be entered into the giveaway contest. And I'll leave more information about the contest, the rules and all that, down in the description box for you. So thank you all and have a great day.